In a relationship, there doesn't need to be only one person holding the weight of the world on their tiny shoulders, and the other person coming with their gigantic problems. Today, we're going to be talking about how Justin Bieber is treating Hailey Bieber. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Central. Make sure you stay until number 1, as you don't want to miss the amazing and most weird way in which Justin Bieber treats Hailey Bieber. Number 10. Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber were fighting in public. If you've ever seen a couple fighting in public, you know it's super awkward, but it's also hard to turn away. It's like a real-life reality show. So, imagine minding your own business and spotting Hailey and Justin Bieber quarreling in public the other day. Their very public fight was, of course, captured by the paparazzi, and the pics are wild. At one point, Justin had had enough of the argument, so he did what any of us would do, and face plants in the grass to avoid confrontation. Hailey is mad at Justin for some reason, but it's unclear why the couple is fighting. Things have been tough between them recently, but Hailey took to Instagram to say that anything on the internet regarding their relationship is fake news. Still, it's hard to deny that the couple is having issues when the two are seen going at it in public. Number 9. They're having some trust issues. After Justin revealed that he was struggling on Instagram, a source told Us Weekly that things aren't going so well for the Biebers. Friends are concerned about his relationship with Hailey. They're still having trust issues and a hard time. He still wants and needs her to be his wife, and she wants to support him, but it's hard when you're going through all of this. Hailey is sticking by her husband, though, through these tough times. Hailey is not going to leave Justin, and he won't leave her either. She's been so supportive of him throughout this process. The source also said that Justin has isolated himself. He feels like he's treated like an animal everywhere he goes, and there are always people around or paparazzi in bushes trying to take pictures of him. Number 8. He slams paparazzi shooting Hailey unacceptably. Justin Bieber warns the paparazzi against allegedly taking unacceptable shots of Hailey Bieber. According to E! News, it all occurred during one of Justin's public date nights with his lady love. There, he confronted a member of the paparazzi right outside the gates of a restaurant and inquired if they were attempting to take inappropriate shots of his wife. Bieber even turned to one of the cameramen specifically and asked if he was trying to upskirt some of the pictures, and he rushed to his defense, claiming, "Oh my God, please Justin, why would someone?" To this, Justin point-blank claimed at the time, "That's the question, right?" At this point, another photographer interjected and added, "Why would we do that?" A source present at the scene later clarified the misunderstanding, explained that many of the photographers were simply trying to shoot from underneath the curtain barrier set up on the sidewalk and had no intention of doing anything inappropriate. Number 7. Justin sparks backlash after heated arcade game with Hailey. Justin Bieber has sparked backlash after he was spotted seemingly acting like a sore loser after being beaten by his wife Hailey during an arcade game. The Yummy hitmaker, 25, was accused of screaming at his 23-year-old wife after an Instagram video of their competitive game was deleted from Hailey's story. The global pop sensation was playing against his blonde bombshell wife in a game of skee-ball at his House of Change's album release party in Hollywood. Hailey proudly showed off her win as she filmed her hunky hubby shying away from the camera in anger at his loss while she filmed their scores. The model revealed she received a score of 2,050 points in comparison to Justin's low score of 250, which didn't appear to go down too well with the star. He screamed to Hailey in a joking manner, "Baby, I wasn't trying," while seeming to stop away from being filmed. The video seemed to cause concern for some fans, with many of them slamming the singer for shouting at his wife. Number 6. Justin Bieber slams car door on wife Hailey. In a paparazzi clip that surfaced a few days ago, people felt Justin Bieber was a bit disrespectful towards his wife Hailey. As Bieber exited his car, he looked visually annoyed, as if he just got done having some sort of meltdown. As he stomped off, he knew his wife was in the car coming right behind him and went on to shut the car door right in her face. Hailey tragically followed him without any pushback and went on to guide him and say, "Babe, I think this is the right way." People were sickened for what many came off as emotionally manipulative behavior. Seeing Hailey be automatically apologetic after Justin embarrassed her in front of the paparazzi was triggering for some. Bieber and Baldwin's power dynamic shone through, even with all the push for positivity, with Hailey constantly reassuring him and focusing on his dreams and his desires. Where's the time for her? Number 5. Justin may still be thinking about his past relationship. In case you forgot, Justin recently went off on Instagram after a fan claimed he only married Hailey to get back at Selena Gomez. Of course, the singer didn't react well to that, and he responded with a rant about his marriage. "Hailey is his bride, period," he wrote. "If you don't like that or support that, that means you don't support him. Despite his response, some fans were still quick to point out that Justin voiced his love for Selena in the same rant, writing that he loved and loves Selena, and she will always hold a place in his heart. Now, Justin seems to be backing up these words with actions, because he just liked a picture of himself getting very cozy with his ex-girlfriend on Instagram. Number 4. Justin is getting nervous about their lack of a prenup. As Justin continues to go to therapy to treat his depression, Hailey has stayed by his side throughout it all. She's been so supportive of him throughout this process, said Us Weekly. Despite her support, Justin is still questioning the marriage, and apparently, he's already thinking about the consequences of getting out of it. According to Us Weekly's source, Justin brought up that he's scared he doesn't have a prenup. In case you forgot, Justin and Hailey's courthouse wedding back in September seemed pretty spontaneous, and the celebs never bothered to sign a prenup. A prenup is short for a prenuptial agreement. It establishes rights to property in the event of a divorce, meaning if Justin and Hailey don't make it, they'll walk away with all the money, homes, and etc. that they entered the marriage with. For Justin, this is important considering he is reportedly worth $265 million, while Hailey is estimated to be worth around $3 million. But the marriage isn't going south just yet. According to Us Weekly, they have some issues, but are committed to working through them. Still, Justin's questioning of a prenup cannot be a good sign, and we couldn't be surprised if some lawyers were working on a prenuptial agreement right about now. Number 3. Hailey describes the very difficult first year of marriage. The two have been involved in each other's lives for more than 10 years now, but being Justin Bieber's wife comes with its territory, which Hailey says included social media harassment that resulted in the high-profile model indefinitely turning off public comments on her Instagram about a year ago. Justin, who currently graces Billboard's cover, blasted trolls who kept comparing his wife to ex-girlfriend Selena Gomez with a lengthy note about how it's extremely hard to choose the high road when people are constantly trying to bully his wife. Hailey reposted her husband's response at the time, adding she needed to protect herself and her mental health. At the beginning of their marriage, she just wanted to hide. She was like, she doesn't want people so in her business. Number 2. Justin Bieber just made a weird joke about Hailey. Justin and Hailey Bieber have never been the reserved type of married couple. Justin, in particular, loves to prank his fans about things such as his wife being pregnant. He also makes frequent references to having children, which also confuses fans. You never know what you're going to get from these two newlyweds, who first got married in September of last year and then did it again this year, especially when it comes to social media. On Saturday, Justin posted a hockey video to his Instagram with the caption that, like his wife always said, he got good hands. Hailey was hardly embarrassed by the blunt reference to her sex life with her husband. She responded, "Fact." This kind of interaction on Instagram is hardly surprising, because these two love PDA for all the internets to see. In October, Justin posted photos from his Calvin Klein ad with Hailey where things got pretty intimate. Number 1. Justin Bieber leaves a racy comment about Hailey Baldwin. Justin Bieber isn't shy about his love for his wife Hailey Baldwin. The couple's friend Kendall Jenner posted a slideshow of pictures from Coachella on Instagram Saturday, including a steamy shot of the supermodel and Baldwin having fun at the music festival. In the photo, Baldwin is wearing a corset top, a diamond-encrusted Bieber necklace with sparkling door knocker earrings, and sticking her tongue out. Glow-in-the-dark friends, Jenner captioned the picture, but Bieber was less concerned about Jenner's phosphorant peers and more focused on his wife's assets. He couldn't help but comment, "Bae's boobs," along with 2 fire emojis. While you're here, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share our channel for more exciting and interesting videos. We'll see you there.